Hey, welcome back guys to another video. So we're going to be finished the whole of the post-game cleanup in about 45 minutes from now, video wise, gameplay wise from me. After that will be a bit of sort of grinding, but when it comes to requests and all that, yeah, we'll be done all of it in about 45 minutes from now. So we're just heading into Okinawa jail. The jail we did last was Kyoto, and the party we want is Ryu, Morgana and Haru. Ryu, Morgana and Haru. It's going to be two strong enemies you fight here. You've got a dire shadow. We're going to warp to the lab north checkpoint, by the way. That's the one further up from the lab south. And you've got this dire shadow just to the east off that checkpoint. Wandering Reviver. He's weak to fire, Zeo and wind. Yeah, he's weak to all them three elements. So whoever you want to use them. I mean, you're not going to use Haru anyway because he's not weak to Psy. You're going to use Haru on the next enemy because he's only weak to Psy. This one's... You've got Ryu and Morgana, so use either Wind or use Zeo. I guess you could have put Anne in place of Haru and then later replace her back to Haru if you wanted for this next battle, but it's... Yeah, there's enemies going down pretty quick now. Yeah, we're starting to get to a point. Well, I am. My level's creeping up quite a bit more now, so I'm not sort of underpowered anymore. I'm starting to do a lot more damage to the enemies, as you can see. Level 59. Wow. We have to grind to level 90 yet. Well, we have to get the teammates to 70. I have to get to 90. Yeah, poor old Doris. She's quite underpowered. But once you get to 90, she will have reached her full potential. Finally completed her destiny. Doris J. Level 90. Right, we've killed it. The dire shadow. Back into checkpoint, and now we're going to head to the south. The one beneath where we are. And from here we're going to head east. Now what I hate about this... Yeah, so we've just done... That's one we're doing now. The Writhing Knight Rises. Yeah, what I hate about this is where the Reaper is through here, and there's actually a shadow, strong shadow there as well, which you can repeat them quests. But the problem is, it takes so long getting there. I mean, you have to come through all this, you have to wait for these conveyor belts, not the conveyor belts, the sort of pulleys, to come along on the conveyor thing at the top. Then you have to grab it, and then on the way there, the corridors are quite narrow. And you've got the windows to jump through, and it's quite easy to get caught in a battle. Yeah, otherwise I would have farmed these shadows at the farming later, because if you kill the Reaper and the other enemy next to him, you do get a lot more bonds than what you do farming Metatron. But Metatron is so fast to kill him. A cycle literally lasts about 90 seconds once you get going and really get into the cycle how to kill him quick, and you get a good build going. But yeah, if you did this one, you'd have to come here all the time. You know, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, you got this shadow here, but Reaper also spawns in this same room. So you can do two requests at once when you're farming. But the problem is, like I say, it takes so long to get here, and you have to go all the way back. Unfortunately, otherwise I would have been farming these guys instead. Yes, you got this big thing which looks like a green penis. But it does. That's exactly what it is. I don't know why. I still don't know why they've made some of the personas look like this. I mean, I'm not clued up on all the lore behind these. Is it Megami Tensei games? Something it's called. I think they call them. I don't know. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he's weak to Psy. So just make sure you got Haru and just lob some psychokinetic abilities at him, and he won't last for long. He's for throbbing. He's got throbbing hard on for Haru, this guy. Yeah, just keep lobbing them at him. Don't use melee attacks because you'll whip him too much and then he'll like sort of explode. And you don't want him to do that if you use melee attacks too much. Especially if it's Makoto with her hands, because her melee weapon she uses her hands. Do not use your hands on this enemy, whatever you do. It'll do like an instant kill attack. It'll cover everyone in jelly. Yeah, he's almost dead. If I do get low in SP, I'm just going to, I think I'll pop some SP items. Oh yeah, sophisticated lady. Well done, you. Wow, she surprises me. I didn't realise she was that sophisticated. Wow, Haru. I guess as she matures, she's becoming a bit more posh, ain't she? Psychokinetic ability. Right, he's dead. No more happy times for him. So that's another one in the bag, another request. Bond 92, wicked. Yeah, so we've got to head all the way back now. There's no quick way. They should have let you, after you've done a palace, there should have been an option to like fast travel from the menu. Would have just been a nice quality of life feature.
Would you care to join us?
This is what happens on the way back. You get caught in bloody battles all the time, pain in the ass. Just leave me alone, enemies. It wasn't me. Show me mercy. Oh, the show's over. Platinum over, guys. We did it. Yeah, this video is 45 minutes long, and like I say, this is whole. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to split this into two yet. You'll know if this is a short video, if it's only like 22 minutes long, then yeah, I did split it. But if it's a long one, 45 minutes, then yeah, we do it all in this one, all the post-game requests before the farming begins. We've still got to do. We've still got the prison mail requests, but I do that when I do the compendium, and we do. I don't actually start doing the compendium until I'm level 90, because then nothing will hold you back then. If you're not level 90, then Lucifer, you won't be able to farm Lucifer later. Not farm him, fuse him. And I think Metatron, to fuse him, you have to be level 80. So it's best to get high level first. Right, hand that one in, guys. The Writhing Nightmare rises. And then accept that new request. The Angel of Contracts descends. That's the one we're going to be doing later. So make sure you pay attention to this one. Come into the shop and see what Sophie's got on the shelves. She's got some pretty good stuff. Remember, you've got the milk and the butter and the dairy stuff. That's down aisle 1. You've got all the sort of fizzy drinks and the juice and that down aisle 2. Alcohol, if you want, that's right at the end. So yeah, if you get down there. Groceries at the front, near the potatoes. So I normally come to the grocery aisle first, pick up my groceries, put them in the bag. Eggplant, and that's it. We've done all the shopping. Go to self-service checkout, guys, and pay for it. And then you can go to the sell counter and sell some stuff. Sell all the treasure. You can probably sell some accessories because I don't use hardly any. But I just can't be asked to sort through them all, so I'll leave it. We'll craft some more curries. Pretty much they are ready-made meals. All we have to do is microwave them, so don't worry about them going out of date or anything like that. Just make sure you seal them in like an airtight bag, guys, so they stay fresh for longer. And I'm going to come to this jail, the Tree of Knowledge. Well, come into this natural jail, I guess. And you'll learn a lot here. Yeah, so you want Yusuke. You also want Sophia. And you... Sorry, this is Jail of the Abyss. We're not in the Tree of Knowledge yet. We're not that wise. Yes, sorry, Jail of the Abyss, guys. And yeah, you want Yusuke, Sophia, and Zenkichi. Little cheeky boy him.
This might be of interest.
Oh yeah, that was quite interesting, Sophia. Oh, here he is, the Die Shadow. Are you ready, team? Are you ready, Morgana? Oh, you're not even in the party. You can sit on the sidelines. Sit this one out, mate, and learn. Watch and learn. Yes, you've got a Dark Sun here. This guy, he's weak to ice. He's weak to bless. And you never believe it, he's also weak to curse. So it doesn't really matter what SP you use here, because this is it. We just come into this palace to kill the Dark Sun. The Dark Sun of my dreams, my nightmares. Yeah, we just come here to defeat him. And we'll be leaving. Yeah, literally going back out the same way we came in. Because why not? Yeah, we'll be back out. Sophie's shop. But likely everything's going to be on hold still in order. It does take like a day or two for the new stock to arrive. Well, I think you have to have been in so many battles. Like, you find what keeps happening for me is like every 2 times I leave the jail, when I come back in that second time, it's normally all restocked. Yeah, I think it depends with how many enemies you've sort of defeated. Because I'm avoiding most of the general mobs, which is why it's not stocking back up as quick. But if I just came in jail once, took a few battles and then left, it'd probably be restocked. But restocking every 2 times ain't too bad. Yeah, just make sure you still buy them soulful jellies, because we're going to use them. We have to fight Demiurge again, and they'll be useful for him. Right, Joman's got a new skill. Myriad Slashes. Oh, and Heat Riser. Yes, that is awesome, guys. Heat Riser. And when you get Debilitate, you always want to put that on him. Oh, fucking doggy. Pinch me in the ass. Right, just run away from all these teddy bears. If you ever see a gang of teddy bears, run away. They're savage. Trust me. They've got knives and all sorts. They'll just hack and slash at you. And they never give up. Hack and slash, there's nothing, no blood left in your body. But it's alright, we've got HP items, we can get all that blood back. Right, Sophia's shop. Yep, like I said, it's all on hold, still in order. Right, so explore jail. Now we're going to head into the Tree of Knowledge. We've done that Dire Shadow in Jail of the Abyss. This should be the last Dire Shadow, I think. Have we done that? Yeah. We'll be getting the last Dire Shadow here, guys, so we should get that trophy. So we're going to warp to the path of the yearning. Warp to the yearning place. And your party-wise, you want Morgana, Haru, Makoto. Yep, tell everyone else to piss off. Morgana, Haru, Makoto. Yep, there we go. Now, yeah, Path of Yearning. Let's go. Now, how am I missing cards? So I've got Anne, Morgana, and Zenkichi. So I'm not far off. Not got many left to do. Hold on, I just got a spelling error on this guide of mine. Not a guide, but on my checklist. Yep, alright, fixed. Fix the typo. Right, Heavenly Punisher. Yeah, so this punk, he's weak to wind, sight, and nuke. You remember this guy, the Archangel? We fought this guy in the first palace. Obviously, this guy's a powered up version. He's like the next level. Yes, wind, sight, and nuke, so we can use everybody. And Metatron, when we come to him, he's only weak to Zeo and Curse. So what we'll be doing, we'll be switching up our party for the next battle, and then we've got to fight the last boss again. I hate the last boss. Such a grindy fight. Such a grindy fight, that last boss. Right, Heavenly Punisher. Are you done? Are you done? Or do you want more? He's still coming back for more. That's it. Hack at his kneecaps. Make him fall down on his knees, and then you can give him a nice roundhouse kick to the face. Tag team Chuck Norris, and he'll give him he'll run around the world and round kick him from the back in a second. There we go. He's vanished from existence. Oh, the most daring of all. Apparently, it was quite tough fighting the Dire Shadows. But okay, we'll take it. Yeah, so I'm thinking, what should I do? Ailment boost. Yeah, I probably want that, so it'll make you more chance to inflict burning on enemies which can be burnt. People don't like being set afire. That's one thing I learned very quick on this game. Right, so this next battle we want Ryu and Zenkichi. You only need Ryu. The boss is only weak to Zeo and Curse. But we want Zenkichi because he's going to lob Debilitate. If you've not got Debilitate yet, Heat Riser or Debilitate, just use Rakunda and Tarakuya as normal. But if you've got Heat Riser or Debilitate on Zenkichi, then that's awesome. Always have him in your party if you can. And what you do first, see, I'm still doing it with Doris here. Doris just won't let anybody else get a chance. You always have to get the first attack in, or first action. Yeah, but Zenkichi can use Heat Riser. If you've got Heat Riser, use that instead of Tarakuya. And if you have Debilitate, use that instead of Rakunda. When I start farming, I'll normally use Zenkichi, cast them two buffs, buff/debuff, and then switch over to whoever, and then start hitting the boss with a weakness attack. So yeah, just keep using Zeo, and then when the boss is shocked, use a physical attack. So at the moment, all I've got is that Megaton raid I've got with Ryu. Yeah, so use Zio. That's it, and when you get technical, you should see in the skill menu it says technical above the physical attack. And you'll see your physical attack will do a lot more damage than what your Zio does. And as you level up, it'll become easier and easier to shock him. There we go, technical. Use the technical Rio. See, what I'm doing here, I'm switching over to Zenkichi, guys, because obviously I need to level his Mystic Hearts. So that's why. But yeah, I didn't even realise that at first. If you've already leveled everyone's Mystic Hearts, then just keep using Ryu. Whenever it's technical, just use Ryo's Megatron Raid. But yeah, in my case, I'm switching to Zenkichi just so I can actually level up his Mystic Farts in the meantime. He's just using his physical attacks. Then when the technical wears off, I'm back to Ryo, using Zero attacks and doing it that way. And anyone that I don't manage to level the Mystic Hearts, this is probably what I'll do. I bring Ryo into the fight. When the boss is technical, I switch over to whoever needs their Mystic Farts left, and then I'll use them to technical wears off, and then back to Ryo and start the process again. He's almost toast. We've sort of run out of SP with Zio, but once you get going with this battle, I can kill this enemy in, I think it's about 45 seconds it takes me to kill him, I think. But by the time I get going and we've got a good setup and a good sort of method, it takes 90 to 100 seconds. So 1 minute 30 to 1 minute 40-ish. 1 minute 30 is like on the tight side. I cannot get any faster. But if you just a few seconds longer, you might be 140, 145. But yeah, that's about how fast the whole cycle gets. From starting, killing Metatron, going back to jail, reporting, accepting it again, and getting back to where you were. Yeah, that's how quick it is. So, going to face the boss one more time. Do not go into the exclamation mark. You want to go to where the request mark is. Do not go into the exclamation mark door, so that will actually complete the story. You do not want to complete the story again. You just want to do the request, which will be near that checkpoint, as you saw me just do then. And you want Sophia for this battle, guys. So make sure Sophia's in your party. Yeah, make sure Sophia's in your party. And as always, cast Rakunda and then Tarakuya and Sophia, and then as Sophia, just start spamming them blessed attacks. Yeah, so you remember the many stages to the fake god Demiurge. This is stage 1. Yeah, so just keep attacking this bird cage. And don't apologise, he's an evil entity. We have to destroy him. It was apologising, was that? Hooterbeth. Apologize. Oh, she's probably apologising to me. Okay, yeah. Apology accepted, you're forgiven. Right, yeah, if you do get low in SP, then just use an SP item. But you do want to try and keep using Sophia if you can. Unless you have a persona with Joker, which does a lot of blessed damage. But this point in time, I only have a medium damage persona skill on Joker, I think. That's why I'm using Sophia, because she's got a heavy attack bless skill. Right, he's almost took down his HP. Yeah, so I've run out of SP as Sophia. You can see I'm doing a lot less damage than what Sophia was doing, just because my blessed attack is like a medium tier, not heavy like Sophia's was. And once you brought HP down all the way, I switch to Zenkichi and you start hammering the boss. You want to try and build up that showtime gauge quickly before it moves on. So after that phase, it will move on to the second phase, and the second phase, remember, you can't damage it, it will just keep refilling its HP. So again, make sure you Zenkichi and just keep refilling his HP, just keep attacking him normally to build up that showtime gauge. It doesn't have to be Zenkichi, but you do not want it to be Sophia. It can't be Sophia or Joker, it has to be somebody else. So yeah, just keep attacking with them. I'm actually using Rakunda on the boss here again. and a Tarakuya on Zenkichi. And then that's it, just go home. Go to town on him, just keep meleeing him, square attack. And hopefully, you should build up Showtime gauge before it moves on to the sphere part of the fight. You know where you have all the spheres on the little platforms? Yeah, that's the next part. But you got until Futibus done the analysis. Remember, she's a little bit slow. Let me analyse it. Hang on. Yeah, so you're just waiting for Futibus now. Right, I've got to get 2 more bars. Yes, keep going, square attack. And the thing is, I'm also building my Mystic Art with Zenkichi at the same time. So this is why I'm actually chosen. Right, Showtime. Yeah, so that's Showtime gauge. If you build it up, do not use it. And then what you do, when you build up a Showtime with them, switch over to somebody else and then build up Showtime with them as well. How come Organic's almost got a full Showtime gauge? Wow. I guess because I used him that first fight, didn't I? The Heavenly Punisher. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, right, so any second now, here we go, and now this is complete. You gotta hear this. Just keep it whisper, we don't want the boss to hear. He can't know that we know its weakness. It'll just destroy us. Fine. Don't tell him. Yeah, so Spheres Group 1. We're gonna lob the first person which you got max Showtime gauge with, put them as the first person on it. They'll be the one you control to begin with. In Sphere Group 2, you want somebody at the front who's almost got max Showtime gauge as well. And for the versus Demiurge, you want Sophia on that one definitely. So Sophia will always be on the versus Demiurge. And on the spheres, you want to try and put the people with the most Showtime gauge at the top of one of the sphere groups and at the top of the second. You'll see why in a minute, and hopefully you remember. So to begin, just dodge back 3 times. Do not move at all. Just press dodge 3 times, and after that, Showtime. Now, because I had attack up on I had Tarakuya on Zenkichi. Oh, it's worn off. So if I had Tarakuya active, that might have killed them all. So once you've used that Showtime, all the spheres should be almost dead. Just use a few more soulful jellies until you can't use no more. That will indicate you've got full Showtime gauge again. And then explode with all your weapons. And hopefully that should kill all spheres at once. Sometimes one of them may have avoided it. Oh no, I got them all at once. Sweet. Right, now on to the other team. Sphere Group number 2. Can they beat Sphere Group number 1? Can they do it within 22 seconds? Can they take first place? And take the trophy home for killing all the spheres quicker? And without taking damage. So again, just dodge back 3 times. And use Soulful Jelly if you're not quite at max. Showtime. Just seeing if I've got some basic Showtime items. I haven't. I've got to use the best one. Soulful Jelly. Oh, I saw that watermelon. That looks nice. I might have to eat that later. A whole watermelon. Yummy. What are we doing? What are you doing, OptiNoob? Oh, here we go. Morgana. Right, and it's Showtime. That's it. Scratch the screen. And then attack the enemies with your little rapier. And then drive into them, I guess, crash into them, or crash into the floor. And the impact of the crash should damage them from the vibration. That's it, and then just use a few more soulful jellies to max your Showtime one more time, and then do another Showtime. And that should finish them off. Oh, it looks like one of them still got full HP. Oh, one of the spheres managed to escape damage. Lucky ran ball off. I don't know what it's made of. Nanos. Nanonites. I don't know. What's it made of? It's false. It's made of false aluminium. Gentleman Thief. Awesome. That's more Morgana done. So I've just got Anne and Zenkichi, I think, to do now. And I've done them all. Yeah, so I did get all the spheres except for this one. So you want to quickly get rid of this. I think the quicker you can destroy them all, the better. Yeah, just... We're only using Sophia, so it doesn't matter if you use any SP on it or whatnot. Just get rid of it quickly. Oh, just loads of masks all bundled up into a ball. Right, back to Joker. Pass the baton back to him. And I got it from here, guys, so I take over. Right, so to begin with, you want to use only 2. As Joker, cast Rakunda and Tarakuya as always. Obviously Tarakuya on Sophia. And what will happen with this boss fight, to begin with, on this phase, when you brought his health down about, I'm not sure, probably about there. Yeah, stop attacking because it'll become immune for a moment. I don't know what happens, but normally when you've attacked it a few times or just took a small bite of its health, it won't take any damage for a moment. You see there? No damage, no damage. Them two didn't do no damage to him. I don't know what happens. You just gotta wait. It becomes, after you've done something, like I say, it becomes immune for a moment. And then after that, just attack him with square attack, just to make sure you can damage him again. And then once you know you can, start using your bless attacks. Go back to the method you were doing. Remember, you want to try and be quick doing this, otherwise he may lob you back up on the platforms with the spheres. You can see them, they're slowly spawning back. You see at the top left? I can see one there just beneath the left corner of his health bar. I can only see one, I can't see the rest. But I think what happens, I did say this earlier, you know when he spawns the elements and they explode and stun him, each time that happens it spawns a sphere. So this one, I think that spawns a, you see him there, you actually seeing them spawns physically. Yeah, probably another one spawned there on one side. Yeah, so if you don't kill him before the spheres spawn back, you got to do it all again, the spheres. But because you're running low on soulful jellies, you may not be able to use them again. But the thing is, we don't have to fight this boss again, so any soulful jellies you can just use them. Yeah, don't worry about hoarding them, because I only use them for this boss fight, and we will not be doing this fight anymore unless you're going to Merciless. But in that case, you have Sophia's shop at your service to buy everything whenever you want to, so you can just stock up on them throughout the playthrough. Right, almost dead. Come on, Sophia, finish him off. Yeah, so if this happens, you want to just be controlling whoever can do the most damage. So whether that be Joker or Sophia, just control the one that does the most damage and just keep using them, just so you can be as quick as you can. No! Almost got him and he bloody floated away again. Doing his charge up attack. This attack can do a lot of damage, just keep dodging it. You see it kills Joker. Just keep pressing R2 if he does that and you should dodge most of it. There he goes, getting all his, recovering all his shields. Right, spheres. I can't even see the spheres at the moment. Right, it's almost tight. That's it, finish him off. We got him, guys. Now we've just got to do the all-out attack. That's it, and one more set of requests. Well, requests to do for sort of post-game cleanup, request-wise. And then, like I say, after that, it would just be a bit of farming, a bit of this, a bit of that. Trophy cleanup, I guess we could call it. There we go. Yeah, so because it's a request, you get quite a lot from that one. But the reason we don't farm that is because it just takes so long. Yeah, so after that, just head back to the checkpoint. I don't know why it spawns you back at the doorway, even though you didn't come through the doorway, you went through the request marker. Yeah, leave the jail. Request, hand them all in. So you got Painful Past plus Demiurge and Angel of Contracts Descent. And if you're going to recent, knocking on Death's Door. Yeah, that should be active now. If that's not active, then you've not done one of the requests which we've just done throughout these sort of last few parts. So you want to accept that, and you also want to accept the Writhing Nightmare Rises again, because they're both in the same place. Remember, was doing both at once. Nice bit of free XP there, rather than just going all the way to where you have to do one and not doing the other one. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. Bit of extra XP. Right, so buy, sell, usual stuff, guys. Make some curry, and I'm gonna warp to Okinawa jail. Okinawa. Oh, the next video we're doing treasure demons. Oh wow. Yeah, so whoa, I'll probably cut a bit of it. I'll probably show you the farming, because treasure demons basically like about 30 minutes farming, but it gets you about 2 million yen. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so here, guys, Okinawa jail. The party you want is Haru, Ryu and Zenkichi. One of the enemies is weak to Sai, but the Reaper is weak to nothing. But we're going to try and exploit him by using Zeo and shocking him and then using physical weaknesses on him. That's what we're going to try and do. Yeah, so you done warp to Lab South, and now we've got to make our way along them bloody stupid pulleys. Excuse me, hiccups. Yeah, when I jump up here, I always jump right in the corner, because when you've just jumped up here, if you're too close to the edge, the enemies can still spot you, and they will ambush you. And if they ambush you, they will hurt.
Focus.
They'll surprise you, you'll be dizzy,
What's that?
and they'll swarm you and rape you. There'll be nothing you can do. Ah, here we go. I hate going through this. Takes so long. Metatron, it's about 5 seconds to get to him. Here it's about a minute. Wow, I've only just got Zenkichi's level 1 Mystic Heart. Damn! Got a long way to go before I've done all that. And another battle got stuck in. That's it, take care of the Shishas. Shakaka. Yeah, I always come around that pillar in the middle because it lures the dog away from his spot, sentry spot. Right, here we go. So you've got the request green prompt there, but you've also got a strong shadow at the back. We'll take care of the strong shadow first. He's weak to Sai. Oh, it's the throbbing king again. I just wanted to come and rub him one more time. Give him a good rub. Shisha, Jack Frost, Kikuri Honey. Yeah, so Rakunda, Tarakuya, and then, yeah, do a little tag team to Haru. She looks so gentle there, doesn't she? Right, she don't want to hurt the enemies. She's got limitless power inside her, but she does not want to release it. Especially not on this weird looking thing. It's a bell end with lips. Yeah, so just keep hitting it on the bell end. That's its weak point. Oh no, it's a helmet! Yeah, the helmet will actually cushion. It's actually got stronger defense if you hit the head for the helmet. So try and hit just below the helmet. Yeah, Sai attacks. Hopefully do a bit more damage. What are we? Level Zenkichi, well, Haru, she's level 61. I mistook her for Zenkichi then because of the hat. I guess you could swap out Haru for the Reaper for somebody else who's got a bit more SP there. But it don't matter too much. We're just going to be using Rio, and we're going to, if we get low on SP, we'll just pop an SP item. Right, he's almost down. We've almost knocked him down. He's almost gone limp. If you stop attacking him, he does go down, by the way, and he gets really soft. He just goes soft anyway. You know, when you stun it, when you inflict an ailment, it goes soft. Oh, I got a showtime. I'm going to save that for the Reaper. Coup de grace administered. Hope not to that thing. Probably just make it bigger. Brain Jack. Yeah, I do not use ailments at all, really. I remember we did use them starting off, didn't we? We did use them to begin with, starting off in the guide. Remember, we made that silky, and we made it so she could get SP back. But going forward, I've not really bothered about it too much. The only time when it becomes important is on bosses, but bosses are normally always by itself, so Soul Thief isn't really that useful because you just don't get anything back. And in between bosses, you can just warp. You can just warp away via a checkpoint and come back again. Not exactly difficult. They could have made Mercers very difficult if you're not allowed to leave the jail during. Wow, that would have been rock hard. Yeah, this is the Reaper, guys. Quite different to the one in Persona 5, the main game. Well, this is, I mean, the original. You know, the sort of sim like turn-based one, the main franchise. Yeah, the Reaper in that one is you can just put the game on auto attack if you get a specific persona, and then just go away and leave it for like 10 minutes, and when you come back you'll be about dead. You did absolutely nothing. You just pressed the options button, which put it on like autopilot and just attacks itself. But here, yeah, you do have to put in your own commands. I wonder why this hasn't got like a auto attack thing like the Persona 5 games. What games? Nier Automata. That's got similar battle to this, and they've got like a sort of auto attack sort of function. But yeah, you see, he's got no weakness, guys. But you can still use ailments on him. I think you can inflict dizzy on the Reaper, I think, but I just don't use it because I don't use ailments. Yeah, see, Heat Riser. Zenkichi's got Heat Riser, so he can use that on himself or whoever's going to be attacking. But the thing is, I haven't actually got Ryu in this fight, have I? What an absolute cabbage! I've advised to use Ryu, but I've not even picked him myself. I must have just forgot. It's not like a big problem. I mean, we're on easy still. But yeah, I just like Ryu using his shock. Hit the enemy with shock, and then hit the enemy with Zio, and then if you shock him, you can use physical attack. And the same with Yusuke. You can use ice with him, and then ice. If you freeze the enemy, you can also use a physical attack to technical it. So yeah, I guess with the Reaper, yeah, it'd be a good idea to have Ryu and Yusuke for the Reaper, I guess. Yeah, because then they can just use you can use ice or shock, and then when you've inflicted an ailment like freeze or shocked, that's the one. Yeah, you could just use a physical attack with them for technicals. Is Haru died? Oh, I thought she died there. No, I think just because she got full HP. Yeah, what's your HP, by the way? Yeah, so the Reaper is a bit of a grind. It is a bit of a grindy fight. Oh, not too bad. The merciless bosses are much worse than this. This is nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to merciless. Yeah, I should have come in with Ryu and Yusuke. I think I'm using Zenkichi here, and I'm using these two to build up their mystic farts. That's the only reason. Just got to make sure I keep the HP high. It's a good idea we stocked up on these HP items and SP items during the whole course of the main game, because they're coming in very, very useful now, aren't they? Right, almost got him. What is nice with Reaper is also a sort of critical attack, a critical a ability which can critical attack more often. A lot of physical abilities have that. You know, I think Megatron Raid's got like a medium chance of critical, and some of them have like a high chance. They're good for the Reaper. So most of the enemies you'll use weakness attacks, but with the Reaper you need to try and exploit either ailments like shock or freeze, or you also want to try and exploit criticals. So if you're using Heat Riser to improve your buff, improve your basically buff your character, that will normally increase your critical rate as well as attack and your defense. Just got a trophy there, guys, for beating him. Death Defiled Down or something, and you get quite a lot of goodies for beating him. I've leveled up quite a bit. So you get a lot of XP and SP for beating him, Bond XP as well, and money. Pretty cool. Concentrate, yeah, I don't really use the concentrate skills either, or the charge. I always just want to focus on attacking, always on the offensive. I didn't know Anne learned Heat Riser, just noticed that. Technical Adept's quite a good one, by the way. When it comes to fusion, when we come to fusion later, by the way, I'll try and advise to you what skills you always want to carry across if you see them. It's mainly electrical amp, electric boost, technical adept, and shock boost. They're the ones, if you see them, you always want to try and carry them across. Then when it comes to making a build later for the farming, it'll just be much easier to get your skills onto him than what it would be if you wasn't carrying them over to begin with. Because then you'd have to start right from the bottom again, probably try and get certain skills on a certain persona It's a lot more difficult to get certain skills on certain personas in this game when fusing, because you do not have electric chair. Persona 5, the main series, you had like electric chair. You could actually randomly pick a skill to transfer across. There were sort of certain limits to it, but for the most part, it's fairly easy to do. But yeah, unfortunately, don't have that on this. So you just have to make sure if you want specific skills. Sometimes you have to start the whole you have to start like 10 personas before the persona target you're actually working towards, just to get that skill up to them. Bit of a pain in the ass, but I will explain that when it comes to all the fusing steps a bit later. We'll be doing the treasure demons next, guys, and it'll be a video after that when we start making the compendium. So yeah, handing the quest in, guys, knocking on death's door, and what's it, the writhing nightmare rises. So prison mail 7, 8 and 9. We'll be doing these next. Treasure demon will be first, but at least will be the request we'll be doing after that. And just showing you everything we've got done, guys.
You're accepting this request? Okay, let's do our
Yeah, so I accepted that again. Just because when we come and do the treasure demons, when we come in here, we'll also kill Metatron. Just because we're going to be farming the treasure demons in Tree of Knowledge, basically. And while we're there, we'll be doing killing Metatron as well. Right, so Sophia's shop, just doing the usual stuff, guys. Buying. You don't need to really bother about soulful jellies anymore, unless you're planning on doing a merciless run. Yeah, but just buy the normal stuff that you normally buy. And yeah, we're doing treasure demons now. I've not actually put treasure demons on my checklist because it's. Well, I have actually. Yeah, here we have. Yeah, Tree of Knowledge. Yeah, I've just got to explore farm treasure demons times 10. The great thing about treasure demons in the Tree of Knowledge is each one gives you 200k yen. So even if you've got a trophy, you probably still want to do this treasure demon farming, just because it'll get you a lot of money as well. So I'm just going to make sure to put all the strongest weapons on my teammates. You should have most of the best weapons now for all of your teammates, and make sure they're all equipped. There we go, good to go. Make sure you've got that request active, guys. Angel of Contracts descends, so accept that. I'm just checking my mystic farts. Who have got left? Oh, Anne, but she's almost finished. And Zenkichi, he's still got quite a long way to go. So I'm going to try and use Anne and Zenkichi throughout this next bit.
Who's it for?
Yeah, and what I also do, now we've got quite a bit of money, I'm going to equip the best armor onto everybody. Yeah, so come into Protectus in the shop and just scroll down to the best armor, and do this with every single party mate. Buy it and then equip it when it asks. Switch to the next party member. Buy it, equip when it asks. Switch to the next one, and so on and so forth, and etc, etc, and again. Just keep doing that until you've got them all. Yeah, then you're ready to tango. The Demon's jacket. There we go, all done. Doris has got a nice new jacket. Doris will look nice in Demon's jacket. I can picture it now. Enemies are going to quiver in fear at the sight of her. Put a name tag as well, Doris, on your jumper. And now we've done all the post-game requests, guys. If you come into the Velvet Room, you'll get told about New Game Plus. Yeah, New Game Plus now. And merciless difficulty. So if you make a save now, yeah, make a save, and you see the save will say mastered. So it's not done anymore. Now you've been upgraded to the classification of mastered. You've mastered the game. Yeah, basically what that means is when you load the game, you can choose to go into New Game Plus, or you can choose to continue where you left off. But yeah, that's it for that part, guys. Like I say, we've got Treasure Demons next, and then the Compendium, and then on to a bit of farming. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Sayonara.